Hey, everybody. So it is, I hope you had a great Monday day off. It is getting down to the last 3.5 weeks of school, which is so absolutely crazy. This will be our 8th week that we are doing this work. So here's some updates for this week. You have just a couple of new assignments this week. You need to finish your Amazing Race budget and get that all turned in on Tuesday. Or that's actually today. It needs to be all turned in. Okay, and then you have a couple of other assignments. I'm going to go through them with you. The first one that you have is your 5th grade promotion slide. We make a video from the slide deck, and you get to create a slide deck for not a slide deck, just a slide with your name on it. Here are the rules. It has to have your first and last name. Please capitalize appropriately. You can use word art or a text box, and you can use any font and any color. You can change the background color. You can make the background any color you want. You may not use an image as the background. You may not use an image as the background. If you do, will take your slide out and it won't be in the video. Okay? So please follow the rules. If you have any questions, let me know. You can put a picture. You can put any picture that you want from that you have. You can put, I'll give you access to the folder with pictures from the fish hatchery. It can be anything, any pictures you want of you, though. Okay, only of you, not of your family and everything else. It needs to just be of you. 3 to 5 pictures on your slide is a good amount. If you get too many, the pictures are too small, nobody can see them. And this needs to be turned in by May 29th, 2020, which is next Friday, or this coming Friday. So if you have any questions, we'll go over this Tuesday in the Zoom meeting as well. Okay, so there's the rules. Here's the slide that you have. It's just one. Again, you can change the background. I can make it any color. Can I use choose image? Say no, because you can't. I can choose any color that I want. I can get fancy. I can do gradients. I just cannot use an image. Okay, let's move on to, here is your timesheet. And I'm not sure, that's kind of weird. Let's fix that. Not sure why the 25 is there, but let's make that go away. Making all kinds of things go away. Okay. It says here that you have to complete the Amazing Race and then keep track of the other stuff that you're working on. Okay. The Matilda novel study, there's no school on Monday. Keep track of the time that you work on it for each of those 3 days. Your math this week is going to be connected to your Amazing Race budget, so keep track of that. Music, PE, writing, and Zoom time. Okay, and remember, this gets turned in on Friday the 29th. Let's take a look at the Matilda novel study. It's such a good story. It's really, really a great story, you guys. And I am going to show you, this slide deck has, I think, 25 slides in it. You only have to work on up, this week is only up through slide 6. Okay, and let's take a look at that. Let's take a look and make it a little bit larger. So Monday, you're going to work on Tuesday, you're going to work on slide 3, and you're going to work on problems and solutions. And many times there is a problem and a solution, and they don't overlap. This problem happens, and there's this solution, and it solves it. I want you to come up with 3 problems and 3 solutions. You don't have to have read the book yet. These are just problems and solutions that you can think of, either from your experience, something you've read in a book, seen in a movie, something you've heard about, or even use your imagination. On Wednesday, you need to do slide 4. Slide 4 is really interesting because this is the kind of, you're going to think of 3 different kinds of problems that all have the same solution. So many times there is one solution that works for a lot of different problems. Okay. On Thursday, you're going to work on slide 5. And this time, you're going the opposite way. You're going to think of one problem that could have 3 different solutions. Okay, 3 completely different solutions. And then the last one, this one's going to be really fun because this is real life right here, you guys, is that sometimes a problem leads to another problem. And so come up with a problem and then think of a problem that would lead to. And then from there, think of a problem that would lead to. And then that might lead to another problem, which would lead to another problem, and finally to a solution. So that's on Friday. Okay. Again, when you get to slide 6, you're done. Do not turn it in because you're going to use the rest of it next week. Next week. Okay. For math, you all have this document assigned to you. You're going to be using your budget from the Amazing US Capital Race, and you're going to find out on Wednesday who the winner is. You're going to go through each one. It's pretty simple. Using the total number of miles driven, find out the average daily miles driven. You're going to take the total number, divide that by the total number of days you traveled. That gives you the average miles that you drove each day. What were your daily hotel costs? Same thing. The total of the hotel divided by the total number of days. And then think to yourself, does that number sound familiar? Where have you seen it before? Why? Give me an explanation. What if gas prices increased? Between now and the time you leave, gas prices went up. Now they're $2.47 a gallon. What would the new cost of your gasoline be? Use the total number of miles that you're driving. Figure it out the same way that the form figured it out. What happens if your car broke down? Oh my gosh, on your trip, and you had a bill of $1,969.99. What would your new total be? Okay. If you decided you got to Honolulu, you finished the race, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to stay here for 7 days and 6 nights at a beautiful hotel right on the beach, pretty posh. And that hotel is $334.89 a night. What would the cost of that hotel be? What was the cost per day of your trip? Use the total in the orange box and then divide it by the total number of days traveled. And then last but least, if you decided to take 3 friends on this trip with you to share the costs, how much would each person be responsible for? Use the total cost and divide it by the total number of people on the trip. You type your answers into each of these boxes. That's all for the math this week. I would do 2 questions on Tuesday, 2 questions on Wednesday, 2 questions on Thursday, 1 question on Friday, and you're done with math. Okay? You will notice everything is here in our new topic, Distance Learning, week of 525. You have your timesheet, you have your promotion slide, directions, and the slide deck. You have the math questions. You have the Matilda novel study, and it's very detailed here what to do. And remember, Tuesday at 12 o'clock, we have our Dibbles Zoom meeting. And so you're going to need to log in at 12 o'clock on Tuesday. Okay? I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you had a great weekend and everybody is healthy and good in your house. All right, you guys. Bye.